Okay, a very quick one, and I'm going to show you how to properly export in Adobe Illustrator. Or if you probably want to send your files, maybe your design file to a client or send it to anybody, this is the proper way you should go about it. Now, most times after you're done designing, because you're designing on artboards, and the artboards are like on free space, that's on the Canva, and you have like free all space. You have some of your assets or some of your elements flying around, and they could actually leak out to maybe various artboards. Like now we have two artboards here, and we're done with a design in this artboard, but it's also entering other artboards, and you want to keep it clean so they can be able to design on the separate artboard. Then you can, what we do is mask it. When you mask it, so it keeps everything within the confines of one artboard and actually gives the other artboard. So most times when you are designing and you want to probably view how it will look when it's been when you mask it, instead of masking it and unmasking it to check to see if it's okay, you better just go to view and you go to trim view, so you could see from the cuts and art. So because of this is the separate artboard, that's why it's still appearing, but you could see the cuts here. So let's move to trim view, and now let's mask it. So when you come here, you go to rectangle and you go and you draw a shape. Now what you should ensure is that that shape is on top of all other layers or all other shapes or elements inside the artboard. So if you want to check, you could go to your layer panel here. In case you can't see your layer panel, you go to Windows and you look for your layers here and you click. So now you could see that my rectangle here is above every other layer. So the rectangle layer is above any other layer that is in that artboard or is in that in what I'm trying to mask. So what you do is you select everything. So you see I'm not selecting this because it's not what I want to mask. So you select everything, ensure that everything is highlighted. Then you could right click on it and you could go to make clipping mask. When you make clipping mask, it masks it around this confines. So any other thing outside will be masked inside. Now what you want, if you want to edit it, or you could just double click on it and it actually isolates that layer, and then you can begin to move your assets anyhow you want to move it. Or if you want to remove the clipping mask, you could right click on it and you go to release clipping mask and it brings it back. But the shape is still there. All you just need to do is reselect or re-highlight everything and make clipping mask again, and it's still click the mask. So that's just how you could export in Adobe Illustrator, and it's the best way you could export and send it. So when you're sending to a client, you see that it's properly presentable, or it's not having other things flying around and stuff. You probably just have your color palettes and maybe have one or two logos out there for the person to use. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.